City Stand.
Say good morning to all the viewers, all global viewers all over the world. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, the Nation newspaper at the stand with us, the weekend edition. What's the nation saying? More trouble as fresh wave of defection hits PDP. More trouble as fresh wave of defections hits PDP. This is on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. To the next one. 3 KB senators meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to join APC next week. Jigawa minority leader, hundreds of supporters dump party. President hosts Sokoto, Kebbi governors, stakeholders. Ganduje, what was he saying? APC has mechanisms for smooth integration of defectors. Now to page 3 of the Nation newspaper. The Nation. JAM releases 2025 UTME results with odds 39,834 over malpractices. On page 4, federal government forges ahead with Naira for crude policy implementation. Down the paper, we have a tragic story coming out of Benue State. Suspected herdsmen kill 9 in Benue communities. Suspected herdsmen kill 9 in Benue communities. Pope Leo always wanted to be priest, says brother. That's on page 3. And the last one, confusion trails gunmen attack on travelers in Imo. Police kills suspected IPOB ESN member in Okigwe shootout. Police kills suspected IPOB ESN member in Okigwe shootout. No extradition process against EPA, says AGF. No extradition process against Simon Ekpa, says the Attorney General of the Federation. And there was a report last week, earlier this week or last week, that about the extradition of Simon Ekpa. But the AGF has said it here that there is no extradition process for Simon Ekpa. We appreciate all the viewers for joining us this morning. Please make sure you respect people's opinions in the comment section. Let us do away with tribalism, sentiments, hatred in the comment section. Please, derogatory statements or comments are not needed on the comment section. All right, to the comment section. Let us see our viewers this weekend. We need to appreciate them for staying glued to the channel from Monday till now. All right. Also, please subscribe on the channel. If you're watching us for the first time, please subscribe on the channel. Let us share. Pius Oyekaba, I appreciate that. Please share, as Pius has told you. Let us share it. Let people see what's going on at the stand. Let people know what is going on the streets of Lagos.
City Stand.
Reactions to the president's visit to Anambra, especially when Governor Soludo declared support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the 2027 election. The Igbos are reacting, saying that what's the interest of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in their politics. I asked yesterday a question that is ABGA still known as a regional party in Anambra State, or is now an extension of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC? Michael.
Yeah, thank you. The visit of Mr. President to Anambra State, for me, it's an official visit, which I believe must have been facilitated by the incumbent governor of the state, Charles Soludo, Professor Charles Soludo. Without Soludo inviting Mr. President, he wouldn't just barge into the states to commission any project that, despite the fact that the president of the nation, he must have been invited by Mr. President, by Charles Soludo to come into the states to commission some of those projects that we saw. Definitely there will be reaction by the fact that the state is known to be an ABGA state, All Progressive Grand Alliance, has hold sway in that state for several years. But as it were now, it seems that things are changing very fast. Don't forget that we have Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu, the current cabinet of this administration, who also declare very openly that they'll be giving their support to Mr. President for 2027 general election. So the structure of ABGA is likely to be collapsed into APC. That may have to happen with time. Looking at the disposition of the current governor of the state, some key officials in that state, they are already declaring for the president. Definitely, there will be backlash from a lot of people from that extraction, owing the fact that some of them don't believe in the current administration. Some of them are angry with this current administration. The issue of Kanu is a major friction that has been going on between the people of that extraction and the current administration. The issue of Simon Epa in Finland is also a major issue that has. So definitely a lot of people may not be happy with that visit, especially having an endorsement. I don't also forget, it's also important we state it here that there was even a chieftaincy title that was conferred on him, which means that if not all, maybe some of the traditional institutions in that state,
the warrants of something traditional rulers
are involved in putting up that traditional title on Mr. President, which definitely will anger a lot of people again. That it's like adding salt to an injury. That we are even not happy with the visit, only for him to still be conferred with traditional rights or something like that. So generally, people will react, and we're already seeing some of the reaction. Although we have it hot from some of the people from that extraction, and it is important to put it straight that we may likely lose ABGA in the long run. That state, I think that's the only state that is being controlled by ABGA. So we are likely to lose the state with the wave of defections and endorsement that we are beginning to see, despite the fact that 2027 is still a long way from now. We may ABGA may disappear with time. Let me just put this straight.
ABGA may disappear with time. Don't you think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is gradually taking over the southeast with this move?
To say less will be an understatement. I've canvassed on this program that if there's anything to be incorporated into the school curricula, it is what I would call Tinubu'S. I said it on this platform, and it's rearing its head now. I think I've been vindicated for this, because you can see what is happening now. You see that Tinubu will not rest on his hour to see that it takes the entire jugular of the southeast, because he knows what he's going to contend with come 2027, and he's not leaving sleep over it. I want to say now that ABGA, that remains the only Igbo party in the east, has been reduced to obscurity. Even after the demise of Chief Emeka Ojukwu, I think ABGA as a party has lost its flag. It has lost. There is no fluidity in that party streams again, and that is why you see all my. And I did mention, Mike, that prior to the now, I did say that most of our governors control what happens in their various parties, and from the pointers that we are seeing now, you will see that it's giving an accentuation to whatever I've said, before. I want to say that ABGA is more or less an extension of the all ruling progress.
Wow. Now let's quickly look at Soludo's antecedents, especially in criticizing some of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's policy. Don't you think his support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his endorsement ahead of 2027 election contradicts his criticism of some of Tinubu's policies?
You see, when we say politics in Nigeria, it's different from what is obtained in other civilized crime. An average Nigerian politician, when they say A, apparently they meant either C or D. And when you now look at what is happening now, you see that when they say they are criticizing, you see, criticizing is also a brand in politics. It's a tool whereby you use in branding yourself so that your voice can be heard. And Soludo has not fallen short of that. Because even though he used to be my man before, when he had sway way back there at CBN, but coming into the amphitheater of politics, he has already imbibed the theatrics of doing that dirty politics as it were in Nigeria.
All right, we all know that he was voted in under the platform of ABGA, and which currently we can see has defected to the ruling of Progressive Congress. But looking at his body language, is for the APC. But why is it that most politicians take decisions without consulting the electorates, knowing fully well that these are the people that voted you in?
Yeah, I think over time, over the years, electorates no longer matter to. Sadly so, to our politicians. Electorates don't mean too much for them. And that is why even at the legislative level, where you think that people are being represented at that level, they take decisions without due consultations to their constituents and all of that. So over the years, they believe so much that it's not about the electorates because of the kind of elections that we have here. Our elections is still characterized with a lot of faults, a lot of imperfections. Still in our electoral processes and all of that. To put it straight, people still rig their way through. We must put that very straight within our electoral space, and that is why they can afford to play down the role that the people ought to be playing. The other time, the INEC look at the nation in the face and said, we plan to carry you along as the election progresses, but we had technical glitch, and that was the end of that program. All the malpractices that went under could not be tracked, could not be traced, just because of the technical glitch that INEC told us they had. So it is because they know that it is not about the people. We can always have our way even without the people, and that is why they can take decisions without due consultations with their constituents.
All right, let's quickly see what is happening in the comment section. I think I need to take this message from Nathaniel Abu. Governor Soludo has every right to endorse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for 2027, but he can't control Anambra during voting. Nathaniel Abu again. Why do you people single out Igbo easily? Edo State Governor, Akwa Ibom State Governors endorse Tinubu. Why Igbo and Soludo? That is what is trending now. Of course, I don't know if you were here when we discussed Governor Eno of Akwa Ibom. I think we discussed it, so you don't need to attach any sentiments or any emotions to it. We discussed it here. That was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So that Enos gave his support.
This is the current.
This is the current one. That's what is trending. So we have the right to discuss it. So why? He said Nathaniel Abu says Governor Soludo has every right to endorse Tinubu, but cannot control Anambra during voting.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Does it mean that the electorate still have the power
You see,
not to choose President Bola Ahmed Tinubu
the electorate
as their president in
you know,
2027?
Yes, it's their fundamental rights to choose whosoever wish to govern them. Likewise, every citizen of this country. You know, what my colleague here said earlier on was that what is the impact of the average electorate in the makeup of an election as we have as of now? You will see that nobody does any kind of consultation. There is no engagement, any clinical engagement with the electorates. They feel that when they have the structure in their hands, they can ply their way through the road to power. That is what we are seeing now. Then they see the electorate as just a part that is insignificant to them, because when they have the structure right there on their palm, they can wield the structure the way they so deem, not to fend their whims and caprices. That is what we are having now. I want to believe that irrespective of whatever that reviewer said, I mean our viewer said concerning this, though Soludo is just one individual. When we talk about the numerical strength of an Ambarian as a state. But when you look at this thing, how much of the successive elections we've had, how much impact has the electorate played in deciding who comes what and when? That is where I would want us to look at, because the situation, the template upon which good democracy is laid is faulty. And you can see from the outset, even the last election that brought forth President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was fraught with a lot of irregularities. We were told that what the beavers and whatever will work and everything. There's no way there's going to be any kind of manipulative tendencies during the elections. And we saw at some point that some beavers did not even fly. They were not working. Then they have to resort to manual accreditation before you can one could vote. And you begin to see now they are also mooting an idea there's an idea in the pipeline. They said that they want a situation whereby without the voters card you can also vote so long you are a citizen. I don't know how they are going to do that. I think it's in the house now. I don't know when it will go through all the readings as it were. But one thing I want to say now is that we've always had this lacuna in our political setting, and that is what is playing out now. And for crying out loud, except we change the entire architecture of our templates, of our political templates, before we can continue to experience a semblance of a true and representative democracy.
All right, Michael, do you have anything to say, or just move to another topic here? Okay, more trouble as a fresh wave of defection hits PDP. On a daily basis, we keep hearing defection from PDP to the ruling All Progressives Congress. What's really happening?
You want to have a... Okay, you see...
3 KB senators to meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu next week.
I have already said this. It's like repeating myself again. It has further accentuated my posture concerning Tinubu and his crafty way of playing politics in Nigeria. And when you look at the way things are being played in this space, you will see that Tinubu is having a field day. He has the power, he has the knife, he has the butter at the same time. He's on the seat, and he is the incumbent president. Whosoever wants to oust him of that power has to redouble his or her efforts. And that is what is playing out now. And if you see what is playing out now, you will see that he is not losing sleep. He wants to have a firm grip, because the northern hemisphere that once supported his aspiration, that block, I'm referring to CPC block, they have put out of the fold. And putting out of the fold, you know what that meant to Tinubu? It meant that my house is cracking. How do I cement some other areas? And when you check about the demographics of policies, how it's being played in Nigeria, you will see that it's about 50% to the north, the other south is 50%. And if you know how northern politics, or once they endorse a particular guy, all of them go in town. You understand? Unlike in the south, whereby you still have to discuss, you want to see whether the person is sellable or fall in line with your perception of him and all these things. It's not like that. We have more of the literate, we have to take into cognizance the literacy level of the south compared to the north. All these things has to play out because he has already been, I did mention that permutation, alignment and realignment are the key indices in political accentuation. And I think I am not mistaken from what I have said so far that is really playing heavily out now. I want to give kudos to Tinubu'S. I've already said that anybody that want to do politics in Nigeria should also go and study that course, Tinubu'S, and is really doing a very good job now.
All right, Michael, before I let you go, does it make any sense? Is there any sense in taking the defectors to court? This is what PDP said, that we'll be taking some of the defectors to court. Is there any sense in it? Don't they have the right to defect?
The truth is, they have every right to ventilate their displeasure in any court of competent jurisdiction. But the truth is also that nothing will come out of such proceedings. One of the key thing that politicians, especially in this part of the world, normally use to justify defection, Michael, is that there is problem within our party. The moment they say that is the end of discussion, even if the matter gets to court. As long as there is problem in the party where one of its members is defecting from, is one of the conditions that supports defection. So all they needed to do is to, even if there is no crisis before, they can engineer one. And when there is a fraction and all of a fraction within the system, they use it to justify their defections. If they approach the court, I can bet that nothing will come out of such proceedings. It's a waste of time. As I said before now, we are likely to see more defections with the kind of politics that Tinubu normally plays. I told you earlier, Michael, that he plays the politics of all cards on the table. That's my own definition of his brand of politics. All cards are on the table. So for anybody that plays that kind of politics, you need more than double effort to take them out.
All right, thank you so much, gentleman Mike. Mr. Vincent, I really appreciate your contribution as well. All right, Mr. Matthew, good morning. You're welcome on the program.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
Thank the living God.
All right. Consider the fact that APC rules Ebonyi, rules Imo State, that's Opus Odinma. And looking at the visit of President Bola Ahmed to Anambra State and the endorsement of Soludo, the endorsement of Tinubu ahead of the 2023 election by Governor Soludo of Anambra State, does this signal an attempt to weaken the more Eastern political parties like ABGA?
I will tell you that what is happening is simply an attempt by the governing party at the center to weaken opposition. But I think if the opposition political leaders do the right thing, the defection or endorsement will not have any impact. I'll tell you that even in the 2023 presidential election, when the former governor of Delta State, talking about Senator Atoifan Okowa, who was then vice presidential candidate to Atiku, I want to tell you that he lost his local government to Toby. If you look at those states that was controlled by PDP in that election, Obi won in that state. Why am I bringing all this inference? To tell you that if the people are ready to vote, or to tell you that it's the people that have the power to hire and fire, and if that power to hire and fire is not subjugated by way of instrumentality of the state government, that is the state, it is irrespective of who defects. Why defection is making wave, or people are giving reference to it, because the power to manipulate the electoral process lie with the federal government. If it is difficult, when it becomes difficult to manipulate the electoral process, nobody will be giving reference to who defects. That is why I even blame the likes of PDP, blame Atiku, blame Kwangwaso, because by now I was expecting a renewed vigor, tenacity on the part of the opposition political leaders, like Obi had mentioned, Atiku, Kwangwaso, in pushing INEC, sorry, not INEC this time around, in pushing the National Assembly, that's the part of the Electoral Act, to amend that Electoral Act, particularly section 82 that deals with transmission of election results. Don't forget that before, in the build-up to 2023 presidential election, stakeholders across board put pressure on National Assembly and they amended that Electoral Act and gave INEC, the discretion to determine the mode of transmission of election results. And everybody thought that all was a huru, because when INEC would come up with their guidelines, they said they were going to transmit the election result electronically. And they reneged at the nick of time and they collated the election result manually. And politicians will allow you vote when you want to start collation. That's why they came with their other manipulative tendencies. Don't forget that the federal government controls the police, controls the army, the DSS, even the INEC collect money from federal government. They say he pays the piper, he pays the tone. So if you amend that electoral act to remove that power of discretion from INEC and say you must transmit the election result electronically, yes, election will be null and void. I want to tell you that politicians like the president will be running to the electorates. We'll be looking for communities and asking what is your need, and he will want to meet those needs because you know that that's the only way they will vote for him. But this time around, he's not doing that. He's harvesting governors, harvesting National Assembly members because you know that those ones at his beck and call, they can go and do his bidding, maybe control the police, control DSS, control army, and bring back the results. So let us do the right thing. Because what I told us before that 2023 presidential election was that from the polling units, they were going to transmit the election result to IRF. Meaning, after counting the results, enter into for EC8A, you snap it with your beavers, you send it to the IRF, where both international observers, local observers, political parties, and all stakeholders will have access to. You can have an own situation room, collate results alongside what the INEC is doing, and it's supposed to tally because from the same source. But unfortunately, INEC made mess of the whole system. And we are almost going to another round of election with that same status quo. I will tell you that we'll still come back and still be singing the same song. It is irrespective of no matter the level of coalition, Atiku, Obi, name it, will have. It doesn't make any sense if the electoral process is not free, fair, and credible. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not interested in who wins the election. If the people vote genuinely and they say Tinubu win the election, it means that the government wants. It doesn't concern me. But let us have a system that is devoid of manipulation. Because what we have currently is susceptible to manipulation. And there's no way you can go into the next round of election, politicians being who they are, they will always latch on any lacuna. As we speak, there's a big lacuna in the electoral process that gives INEC the liberty to operate to determine the mode of transition of election results. We are saying that INEC is not responsible enough to be given that discretion, because you only give someone that responsible discretion to what to do. Because we have seen the way they manage that discretion in the past, they abuse it. Because I want to tell you that currently, not everybody, including myself, believe that there was a genuine network glitch. Though Supreme Court already validated the election of the man talking about Tinubu to that extent there's nothing anybody can do. And one judge that have retired have said that Supreme Court is the highest arbiter in the land. It doesn't mean that their judgment is infallible. So they are final because they are final, not because they are God. They make mistakes. They are giving judgment, we all abide by it because it is final. That does not mean they are right.
Now, what should we do to make INEC independent? Because it seems the president has power over that body.
There are two things involved. Okay. Their funding should be first line charge. First line charge means if you are saying XYZ amount of money from XYZ source is for INEC funding, they don't need to go cap in hand begging the president for fund. That makes them stooge. Like I just said, that he's pays the piper, takes it too. That's on one hand. Then they have to deal with the Electoral Act, reduce the level of human interference, particularly that section that deals with the mode of transmission of election results. Remove that discussion from INEC. Let's have specific from the Electoral Act that you must transmit the election result electronically. Yes, it's not a void. So if we do those two things, I will tell you that even the president will go and start looking for the electorate. Let me just start one reference. Remember what happened after the presidential election in Lagos State when APC lost to Labour Party. Someone who was a sitting governor, who his election was coming the following week, we saw him everywhere in Lagos, going to eateries, churches, marketplaces. You will see him at the entrance welcoming people because he know that his mandate was at stake. So we should get to the level where the people who have been elected are responsible to the people. And until they become a responsible to the people, they will not do the right thing. Because if the man know that he can pick one or two politicians and they determine whether he come back, it doesn't bother him whether the electors are doing well or not. But if you know that the electorate that had the power to have a fire will be the ultimate one that will vote and their vote will count, he will go and start seeking for their needs and he will do it. So to get to that level.
There are questions raised about the coalition that is about to come up. I think Atiku and Erufai are leading this coalition. But the question now is that with this mass defection we are witnessing in Nigeria now, do you think coalition will stand?
The coalition will stand. It's another thing to say whether the coalition will give impact, will make impact. Coalition will only make impact if the process of the election is free and credible. It doesn't matter whoever is coming together in the coalition. If you have an enemy that is determined to do the wrong thing, of course I'm going to tell you that all the whole effort will be waste. So that's why we are advocating as a person and anybody that knows that the right thing should be to do is to amend the Electoral Act. I don't hate anybody. I'm not speaking against anybody. And if you do free and fair election, whoever wins is the person the people want. It is irrespective of who wins. But let us do the right thing. That's my own.
All right, with the body language of Mr. President, do you think he's ready to run a transparent and credible election?
He's not ready. But if the people come together, put pressure on the National Assembly. Muhammad Buhari was not ready to amend the Electoral Act. I remember then, everybody put pressure on National Assembly. As at the time National Assembly will amend the Electoral Act to give Ahmed the discretion to determine the mode of transition for election results, the pressure shifted to the president, who of course had the power to assent to the bill. And to have it, as we had it, he assented to the bill. If he had decided not to assent to the bill, the Nigerians could equally put pressure on National Assembly to veto him, because National Assembly had the power of veto. So you see that the people had the power they refused to use.
Madam Governor Forum will be having a meeting concerning insecurity today. Would you call this a quick response to?
I'll tell you that the North is a problem to Nigeria, a very big one. It's quite unfortunate that they put us in this mess. In my local government, a sister local government to my local government, the local government of Senator Ukawa, talking about the former governor of Delta State, in a community recently, the community have to raise 10 million naira to go and secure the release of two of the members of the community who were kidnapped by Fulani herdsmen. It's even on this note I'm even saying it doesn't matter whether Tinubu wins the election or not. As long as Tinubu is ready to do the right thing, the whole South should support him to crush Fulani, particularly Fulani military. As it stands, Fulani military have been named, Fulani military of Nigerian extraction have been named as the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. Fulani came from Senegambia in sometime 14th, 15th century. Go and check the record in terms of population now. In Nigeria, Fulani is about 15.something million people. In Senegal, where they come from, they are about 5.something million. In Gambia, they are just 420,000. So why are they converge here in Nigeria? They refuse to go back to where they come from. And they are not a problem for everybody. The same northern people who allowed them to dominate them are now crying out. In sometime 19th century, they successfully established a caliphate, or rather a Fulani empire in Sokoto. And from there, almost all the emirs in the north is Fulani. All the political position, they occupy it. I saw a video where a northern, someone from Katsina, a lady, was lamenting that all the elected position, governorship and all of them in the north is Fulani. He said even Katsina that is outside dominated, you have Fulani governor. So these people, they were too weak to allow the Fulani infiltrate into them. Now they are a problem for everybody. Fulani is infiltrating into the southern part of the country. That is where I will salute the courage of the current Director General of DSS, talking about Ajayi, who made it very clear that the community should be armed to defend themselves. He started two instances where communities in one in Tafawa Balewa and one in Bauchi successfully repelled invaders. And he says since then, invasion of such have not happened in those communities. So, to answer your question directly, it is irrespective of whether they not meet, they are a problem to Nigeria. They should think of how to deal with Fulani in the north. They embrace them, they allow them override them, they allow them to lord over them, they allow them to subjugate them. All the emirship, like I said, is Fulani. All the political position is Fulani, military, Fulani, DSS, Fulani, and they want to start crying. It is only South, I am saying, let us rise and support the president to stop them, because as for now, they have captured them already. You want to remove the emir of Kano today, or you want to remove the Sultan of Sokoto as you want to bring an Hausa man? So they are taking over the whole space. So we should not allow such incursion into the south. So I don't know what the North want to do.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Matthew. Femi, do you agree with Mr. Matthew?
Yes, I agree with him. It is very, very unfortunate that on this note, the governor from North, all of them, they will gather. If you look at it, out of how many governors we have from the North, about 19 of them, at least out of that 19, 13 will be Fulani. Because only North Central, perhaps, maybe they are the only place where you will not see Fulani as governor. Every other place is Fulani in Bauchi, Fulani in Kaduna, Fulani everywhere, Fulani. These are the governors that want to, preside over that meeting to talk about insecurity. And who are the major cause of insecurity in the North? They are the Fulani. So Fulani want to tackle Fulani. Are you telling me this Fulani, like Bala Muhammad from Bauchi, that has believed that Fulani, Nigeria belongs to Fulani, that Fulani has right to be carrying AK-47, he will sit with them and they will be talking about where there will be peace in the North. They will not succeed because the people that want to gather to look for solutions, they are the one that is causing the problem. They know the genesis of problem. They know the aim and objective. And they want to work against themselves. No, they are the one that opened door for the Fulani friends all over Africa to come and invade Nigeria. And those people, they are the one that are going to sit down and deliberate about how to get peace in the North. It's not going to be work. Even if it is work, it's just for temporary. Their idea is still there. The idea of conquest written on a stone. Nobody can, erase it. It's still in their mind.
But there are plans ongoing now to tame them.
Who will tame them? That's what I'm saying now. To tame them, it is the meeting of governors. That's what I just said, that out of this governor, 90 states from
Fulanis. Okay, I understand what
full of Fulanis, and the Fulani are the one that is causing problems.
Fulani fight Fulani.
That is what I'm saying. When they have this agenda of conquest, they know what they are doing now.
Would you say the governors are part of this?
One way or the other,
are they part of the conquest?
One way or the other, they are part of it. They were aware of the conquest. They are full of Fulanization. This Fulanism, the egocentrism of Fulani, the Fulanism. They were aware of it, and they have objective, and they are pursuing it every day. So, one way or the other, subconsciously, they know what is happening. When you hear that in a particular, state like Plateau, about maybe 10 or 15 communities have been sacked by the original landowner, and the stranger has occupied. Who are those the stranger? They are the Fulanis. What does that one register into the mind of the governor, like a governor of a Baptist state that is a fellow Fulani? They are grabbing it, and it's the same language in the mouth of every Fulani. We own Nigeria. I could remember one of the attack in maybe was it in Enugu, as that man was trying to attack Fulani. When that one retaliated, as the one was dying, he was cursing. He said, "Don't you know that we Fulani, we are the owner of this country?" It is in their mouth, and they usually prove it to us every day. I've been saying that with that kind of a daring move of Atiku in 2023, it shows that Fulani thought they are the owner of Nigeria. Because I'm still waiting for when Tinubu is about to leave this country, leave this presidency in 2031. I still expect another prominent Yoruba man to come back and say, "I want to become president." Then by that time, I will have think that Yoruba too, we are now having lion hearts like Fulani. Look at what happened in 2023. A Fulani man is going. Another Fulani man want to come in. What are they telling you? And when they say the North know themselves. Oh, Fulani, when they say the North, they are talking about Fulani in the North. Not about all this this penno, all those one. I don't know the adjective I want to use. They are conquest. They are the one that they have put their hands under armpit. So they are using them to achieve their aim, and it is not just started. They have been using them for a long time. Somebody was talking about IBB, and I said IBB also was used. IBB is not a Fulani man. IBB is also a tool in the hand of authority that are controlling Nigeria at that time. And IBB came out to say, "You see that Abacha, he has anointing more than me." He said, "Not choose Abacha more than me." IBB says so. So there are this Fulani oligarchy that they believe that the owner of this country that want to be controlling this country. So they will not have problem in one Fulani causing one problem or the other and take over land. with this, I don't think they can have solution to it. The only place where they can have solution is when they have a president that doesn't look at Uche's face, that doesn't send anybody, that if any Fulani mess up, he's going to deal with that person. That is when but all these governors that they are gathering, I don't expect anything good from it.
We lost Ebonyi State to APC. We lost Imo State to APC. We don't know what might happen on the side of Governor Soludo. The recent visit of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sparked debate.
Mr. Mike, Tinubu just danced another go dance at Anambra yesterday. Yeah, day before yesterday. That chieftaincy title they gave him is go dance. I can bet it 2027. Tinubu will still not have chance in the southeast. Simple as APC. Forget about all these governors at the campaign. Okay, in 2023, APC has 2 governors from southeast. Am I lying? Am I correct? Ebonyi and Imo. Why Tinubu scored less than? I mean, about 5% in Imo in southeast. The whole vote that Tinubu got in the southeast last year was 5-point-something%. Obi get 89-point-something%. So it has, the Nigeria politics has gone beyond one governor sit down somewhere. Okay, let's go to Delta State. Okowa was a sitting governor. He was a running mate to Atiku. He lost to Obi. He lost his local government. They beat him in his local government. So all this, we are capturing governor. Governor, they should not rely on it. And I've said it that if Tinubu relied on, first of all, numerical strength of Southeast is not enough to rely upon, to dare not. Because we are playing the game of politics of South and North now. I trust Tinubu. He may have carved out some area from North, most especially North Central, Middle Belt. He might have carved them out. But if he rely on Southeast, I trust him now. He will not rely on Southeast. He will not see anything in that place. That is the truth of the matter. Because what will you say Obi should do in 2027? Obi should fold the hand. He should not contest. And if Obi contests, so they will leave Obi and vote for Tinubu.
Does he have any space, Mr. Kule, Obi?
Wow, can I start? Well, sorry, with what I even came for this morning, Mr. Mike. What I'm saying this morning now is the power minister should be relieved of his duty, because as it is now, the only thing that can bring productivity for the youth, which is the power, I mean, it's nowhere to be found. I'm a real estate person. They need to contact me. I cannot even get any call because my phone is shut down. So what is that power minister doing? Please, for God's sake, Mr. President, you need to relieve that man of his appointment, because nothing is working. They will come to your house. They will bring you estimated bill that you not use. I'm telling you now, they are still telling me I have to pay 800,000 bill, in which I've paid. I had the prepaid meter. So what is going on? These are the people that are destroying your government. So that's just my take on that.
Others, Mr. Kule, calling out on the power minister to be
He has to be sacked. Yes, he has to be relieved. They relieve him of his appointment. He has to be relieved of his appointment, and even sacked. Let him be sacked. I said so.
All right, Kule, no complaint. Go buy fuel. That's what people are telling you.
I can't buy fuel. I will insist on my right for the person that, and I'm doing that to fight for an average citizen that is a barber that has to be relying on fuel to buy. I mean, I have to rely on that. That's my own way of activism. What is going on now? We can't tolerate it as it is, because no job for us. We provide a job for ourselves, and they are still making life difficult.
Under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, how do you feel? All these complaints you are making now, still under the watch of Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Yeah, we have the good. We've been having the good, the bad, and the ugly under the administration. And I thank God that you guys are dwelling into this Fulani terrorism, all this thing. It has been a conquest. I've been saying since the time of Usman Danfodio, and that was when the conquest started. And we slept in slumber to realize that we don't really own the country fully. There are people that has been assigned to rule this country, that has been assigned that they said the country belongs to them. They are born to rule, but we ignore that until they now turn to monster and see the result we are seeing now. And the governors, there are some governors that they need to call out, especially the DSS man, Tosin Ajayi, is doing a great job, but he needs to start inviting some governors that are falling majority of this problem. Because all these guys you're saying, there must be people that are funding them, and in which Malami, the Attorney General under President Buhari, said he has, they've captured some Fulani in, what's it called, Qatar, was it in Qatar there, that they will soon be listed, they will list their name out, and they will give them secret trial. But since then, nothing we hear. So if somebody has been made a scapegoat, there will be a deterrent for others to follow suit. And the conquest agenda they came for, I'm sure those are the parts of the things I supported this man. He is the only one that can liberate the Nigerian, the Southern society, and he's doing it to its maximum state. It's not only the South, is the real Hausa, the core Hausa, because when you go to Kano now, that belongs to the Hausa, the Fulani have almost occupied the whole space. And that is why you could see they tested the what's it called during the they tested the ground during the Sanusi and Adobayeru what's it called the banning and unbanning. So to me, we are in for it, and we still need to wake up. This is not the time for us to be antagonizing ourselves. It's not the time for antagonism. So what I'm saying now, the Southeast, the North Central, all of them to come together and support this man, because the conquest agenda of these people is drawing nearer, and it's nearer to us already.
Phobia in Southeast as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu landed in Anambra to commission a project. Governor Soludo of Anambra State declared support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his election bid. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I know. I've seen that coming because the way it is was the is
it likely they embrace Tinubu? I'm talking about the electorate. Is it likely the electorate embracing?
That's where I'm going to now. The ABGA they have, man, and which Ojukwu was part of the people that set up ABGA. And I could remember that proud to the demise of Ojukwu. Ojukwu called the Mr. Gregory, that's the OB, Gregory OB, that Gregory, I was watching it like, Gregory, don't let this party die. You could see that the Yorubas, they have their ACN or APN, what they call AD then, that let us try and emulate what these people are doing, likewise to have our own party so that we can stand with it, and that party can take us to the power, the promised land of governorship of presidential seat. And I could see he was saying it categorically. But what happened to Mr. Gregory then? Mr. Gregory did his 8 years, and he left to PDP. Cross-carpeted to PDP. And what I see, the most politician I hate most are the prostitutes politicians that have to move long throat from one place to another. And that is part of the problem we're seeing in the Southeast now. If the Southeast have had a formidable team, and the people said we recognize that it is their turn to rule, let us all form alliance with the party, which is a Habga. And that was the dream of Ojukwu. But when the dream was, was dashed under the leadership of the person that's supposed to, move the Habga forward, and you could know Obiano, the issue of Obiano too. That was what is angry. What's it called? Soludo. You cannot just criticize, hate Soludo anyhow. But I don't know, because I'm not from the Southeast. But in my own place, if we happen to have such Soludo in the Southwest, I think it will be a big bride, because Soludo has what it takes to turn around things. He's a global, He's a global man. He has, engaged some world banks. He has engaged on a lot of technocrats all over the world. That was why they brought him that time to come and stabilize our central bank. So to me, Soludo is on the right path. At least for him to acknowledge the president, and that is how the politics is being played. He's not playing a dirty politics.
You say you don't buy the idea of cross-carpeting.
I don't buy it, but the way it is now.
So would you call Obi a prostitute politician?
Not only Obi is prostitute. There are a lot of. Do you know how many people that have cross-carpeted under PDP for now? As we are sleeping, some are still cross-carpeting, all because of selfish things they want to gain. It's not just about what it's about the selfish interest they are going for. The policy they want to stand on, they have their policy, but when they're saying now that they cannot, their policy cannot hold because there's a nation in town. So all of them has to concur. I have to tell you, Mr. Atiku is on his own now. He's a lawman ranger now as it is. So to me, even in the whole north central, that's been banished, that's been turned to killers land, that where they are tired and they are saying the alignment they've been having with the north is the alignment of killing, not the alignment of productivity for them. And anybody that have been to Jos of recent will know what is really going on. I've been there. We went on the agricultural project there. So to me, we should. That was the tension.
Mr. Femi, would you say the Igbo politicians have betrayed Ojukwu by not aligning with his vision?
We can say it to some extent, and like Yoruba will say that a lazy man also wants what is good, but he doesn't have a work doing. He's not working. Look at what after the ruling of 2 years, 2 terms by our President Obasanjo, what did he do? He couldn't continue party activities. He tore the card because he felt some people don't want him in the party. Those are the people that are supposed to keep the party running. Obasanjo go. Look at Jonathan. After Jonathan has, lost elections since 2015, tell me one cogent contribution that PDP has, that Jonathan has made in PDP to make the party move on. That's why when some people are blaming Wike, I will ask them, where were you when Wike was, championing the struggle of PDP? Now it's like you have packed everything and you give it into the hand of Wike. Then you can use it as you want. Now, this is where I'm going. In the southeast as well, some of these are our political something. They lack ideology. They lack foresight. Only what they want is just to grab it now. That's what they know about. If not, look at it in this way. Tinubu used the AD that he has in the hand, in the southwest here. He used it to contribute. And to whom, the more you contribute, the more you will expect something. You cannot want to be reaped where you don't sow. So he has something to offer. That is what I don't know how anybody wants to see. He has something to offer. He has the AD in his hand, at least like 6 states. He offer it to the merger of CPC. You cannot say somebody that come with 6 states is not talking. And they say I think Edo was part of it that time. If to say we see a vibrant politician from Southeast that can match people like that and make them one and make sure that APGA is waxing, they can also use it as something to offer when we are talking about merger. But look at it. It was only this guy that came aboard that time, Okorocha. It was only Okorocha that came out from that angle. So to some extent, maybe they have seen that with this party we cannot win. Then the next thing is just let's commercialize it. Let everybody, use it the way he like. And Obi is not a politician. I'm sorry to say it. Yes, what Obi is popular for is business. That is the truth. Take it or leave it. What Obi known well for is business. That is why. Okay, if Obi is a politician, tell me one cogent contribution he has made in the Labour Party crisis that is happening. We have seen people that want to embrace politics. I can say Obi keep mute because of what is happening, and you are also part of Labour Party. No matter what, it was Labour Party that it was on the platform of Labour Party that you contested in 2015. And we have never seen 2023. We have never seen a vibrant contestant that contests for the first time like that from that angle under Labour. And you give the ruling party, you give them a hot chase to the extent that some people still believe that you are the one that won up to this moment. A party like that, you left it in a comatose. Tell me his contribution to mend what is happening in the Labour Party. To tell you that these people, some of them, they are just after what they are going to gain from the party. They are not rooted in the party activities. They are not rooted. And these are the one of the challenge that Nigeria may even experience if Obi have been our president. I usually say that we may not be experiencing what we are experiencing, If Obi is a president, but you will still experience some another dimension of challenge. It may not be like this, but you will have experienced another one.
All right, let me quickly go to the comment section and see what's going on there. Okay, Kunle, you are asking, Kunle, they are asking you one thing and you are saying another thing. Okay, we don't know what they are asking. That's another book. Kunle, you said you have light in your house. Please answer the question Mike asked you.
Okay.
You know, at some point we
were enjoying the light,
and I remember there was an argument between you and Mr. Lucky.
Yeah, we had the light was frequent there. But that light is a cost for now in Nigeria. President Obasanjo wasted trillions of naira.
But they're not talking about
I'm going. It's a spell, it's a cost on this country, the way I'm looking at. And the labor, or what's it called? The labor that are in charge of the power.
Came here this morning looking for power bank to charge his phone. Michael, don't dare give him your power bank.
Power bank, wait, you don't even give me already. You think everybody be like Michael? If everybody be like you guys in this world, the world will have eradicated a lot of people. So he's different. He has a right thinking mind, not like you people that because of politics we are engaging here. You have turned me to enemy because of politics. You people are no. You guys. So what else? So Mike. To me, the maturity matters. The way we engage ourselves.
Stop complaining. You can't keep supporting this government and still be complaining about
I have to.
MJ.
See, I have to. When I see the weakness of the government, you see that's the problem these people made under Jonathan. That is what the problem these people made. Majority, some of our southeast people. They cordon Jonathan as is our own, they gave him Azikwe is our, but they failed to tell Jonathan the truth of what is going on. And that was what led to second Niger bridge that he have not been able to finish it. They make Jonathan dry and they still won't cry in that marginalization.
You don't need to disturb us here about light. Your guy is here, Jagaban. Go and meet him in Asoro now.
I've called out my Oga, Mr. President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's power sector minister Adelabu needs to be sacked. Relieve him.
Nathaniel Abukule, but you are full of drama. Very, very dramatic. But you get light now. So why are you complaining?
The world is evolving. The world is so see when there's light, you say there was light. And when there's darkness, I say it the way it is. So me, I don't maneuver anything. If you are my brother, I know you are not fit for the job, I will call you out. If you are my brother, that we are not the type where I come from, that we will.
On the statement you made, Gregory, yes. Don't let this party die. Odejechima is saying Kule is a lie. Ojukwu never made such statements. You lie.
Mr. Ojukwu, Mr. Odeze, what you don't know, please don't engage in it. I was on AIT live, and God bear me witness. These people, no. These people, you have to come in clean with them so that they know what you are saying. I glued to the AIT. Obi was telling, Ojukwu was telling Obi, Gregory, don't let this party die. Don't let this party die.
Provide the video where Ojukwu said it, and I will give you 100K.
I don't have time for you. This is a chima.
No, you can go and say, okay, now we can go and charge now. 100,000.
I'll go to AIT. Yeah, what's it called? Channel in this thing. The interview. YouTube. The last interview.
At least prove him wrong.
Yes.
I get you now. Good evening, Mr. Michael. Kindly ask Mr. Kule if he's a generator dealer. Would he pray for constant electricity in Nigeria? An average Nigeria is selfish.
Okay, who are the ones that are in charge of the generator sales? Who are the ones? We talk of this article, then you talk of our brother from the south east. Are they not the ones selling generator? So they will be happy. They will be happy, but there's a lacuna. There's a lacuna. So they are making money from that. And so that means nobody can complain that it's not making any money from Nigeria.
All right, ABGA is not a Southeast party. Please, Southeast is predominantly PDP political party in Nigeria.
But Ojukwu won the election under which party then?
No,
so Ojukwu, Anambra guy there, Obi won election under who? Obi won election under who?
One state make
I say answer me. Obi Abga. So that is what we now buttress what Odeze is, and I will bring my fact check. I'll bring my fact check. So Odeze, did you hear that? Obi, right? On the one election under Abga.
Yes.
That is what that is buttressing the point I was telling you. That he told Ojukwu told Obi that don't let the party die. You are the one in custody of the party.
We have many comments coming. But we can't take everything.
So the sensible one.
Only forget the 100K. That's Mookie Great. Forget the 100K. Continue with what you are doing. Maybe Mookie Great will give you the 100K.
Thank you very much. Because these people, they are just
only on Adelabu mandate. You start stand till 8 years.
That's why me. I'm not a gullible person. I'm not a tribal person. I have to say it the way it is. If it is my brother that is there, I will tell them to kick him out. So we don't do favorism where me I'm coming from.
So if you are saying that, Rochas Okorocha also won election under Abga.
Yes. But that was before Obi. That was after Obi came in. After Obi came in.
But that's in Imo State.
In Imo, yes.
But which party controls Imo State now?
APC. No. Party controls. But the Southeast now. Soludo is there. Abga Soludo is there. Soludo is there. He's still maintaining the Abga. That is why Soludo himself cannot even concur to Obi, because the last time he met Obi, he was telling Obi, he was throwing a banter to Obi that I'm not a what's it called, trader, accountant, or how do they say?
All right, Kule, thank you so much. It seems people are always expecting Kule to come on air. All right, let's have okay, Benja. Sorry.
You keep your tongue. Come before me.
All right.
You don't let me hear.
So sorry.
I know.
All right.
Can you have some?
No problem. All right, let's move on. We are talking about defection in Nigeria. Parties defecting to politicians defecting to the all-ruling Progressives Congress, and looking at the endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Anambra State, it speaks volume, speaks a lot about the politics going on in the southeast. We all know that APC controls Imo State, APC controls Ebonyi as well.
Yes.
We have Abia Labour Party.
Yes.
Abga in Anambra, but the Abga Party has declared support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the 2027 election. How do you think the opposition will survive this?
Mr. Mike, good man, I'm saying good morning to you, the anchor of this platform, and also to our global viewers on Global System. We thank you for all your blessings you have been given to us. I still remain your global analyst, Mr. Oji Olajide. You are welcome to Global System. You see, if you watch, like I keenly listened to two of our last speakers here, particularly Mr. Femi. He is like he reads my mind. There are some things he said that I totally agree with. See, there's something we call identity in politics. Identity matters a lot. You must be known for where you belong and what you stand for. You know, when Eddie was in Southwest, they call it Yoruba Party. But that's Yoruba ideology that was channeled by one man, Tinubu, later metamorphosed to AC, now to APC, which now form a mega with other parties. Three main parties dissolve into form APC with fragments of two existing parties, New PDP and part of Abga. They are the party now that's now at the center. There's no way you must not be identified with something. You must be identified with something. PDP was originally a party of the South. Yes, I also agree with one of the commentators who says so. But what now happens? Over the time, they lost identity. They cannot be known for a particular thing they are noted for. So therefore, we have different here and there. This one, that. So there's no unity of purpose in channeling the political interest of the Southeast towards building a bridge with other parts of the country. Southeast cannot alone win presidency. Buhari contested for 3 times. He won in Northwest. He didn't win presidency until there's a bridge between the North and South.
There's a merger.
Yes, that is what politics is all about. You must have a base. It is your base you now use to negotiate with something else to form a bridge, something else. But if you have a fractured basis, you have parts here, parts there, parts there. There, where's the unity of purpose? Where's the unified, intention, direction you are going to follow? You have no basis for discussing with other people because they will look at you. No strong base. You have one here, you have two there, another one there. No. So, Tinubu going to Southeast. I said this many times here, Mr. Mike, if you remember. I said what we have now is a southern political unification. So, interest, unifying the whole South together. Not necessarily that you must leave your party. Yes, necessarily that you must decamp. No, it's not a must. It's not a must. Our state governor now, Adeleke is talking of 2027. Yes,
but it's not leaving PDP.
Yes, not leaving PDP. Wike and 500 governors who
have not left PDP.
Yeah, Makinde is still a PDP governor to date. Otom is still PDP. Wike is still PDP. They didn't leave their parties. You see, we should be now learning to know politics across other parties boundary. We shouldn't be just parties loyalism, blind party loyalists. When there are other interests that are calling for more attention, it's not demanding your attention than your party that you belong. This is what Ahmed also did for Southwest. When he called all the governors of Southwest, say, look, forget about party you belong. This is Yoruba agenda. This is Yoruba land now to be defended.
Let us secure
land. And you see how he was able to run now. He's telling them, there should be anybody that shouldn't be doing this. I should be the one in APC. So he changed the orientation of people from just being party loyalists, blind party loyalists, to a new agenda that's on ground. Defend your land. The same thing now. Tinubu is now going to all the South. Let us unite in the name of Southern Front and confront a section of the country who are hell-bent on conquest agenda. Mr. Mike, the first headquarters has now confirmed what Governor Plateau State has said, that the people that are killing in the state, they are Fulani of other nations. That means Fulani from Chad, from Cameroon, from Burkina Faso, from Senegal, from Mali and co. They are the ones killing Nigerians in their land now. The first ever confirmed it 2 days ago, meaning that there's an agreement to import Fulani of all over Africa to come and overrun all Nigeria. That is the agenda. What Tinubu is doing is that, look, let us all build Southern agenda and unite and confront this section of the country who believe they must conquer the rest of the country and take over them. So it doesn't necessarily mean that Abga must leave their party. So they must leave Abga. But when it comes to national political leadership of that election, go towards where South is going. See, retain your state for your Abga, your governor, your House of Rep, your Senate, your commissioner, your House of Rep. Still retain it. But when it comes to national election, presidency, go alongside with the South so that you and your area will not fall under the conquest agenda that's going on now. So it's not an issue of one party state. I told you, it's an issue of realigning, reorientating the needs for the now. So the southern agenda is what is going on. And whether the North likes or not, whether the Fulani oligarchy likes or not, they have lost out in this battle because there's no way that they will overrun every part of the country. By the time every other the community of this country rise up and defend themselves, they will have nowhere to go. So southeast or other areas, even Eno of Akwa Ibom State, he said the same thing. Eno, Akwa Ibom State, he said the same thing, that they are all going to identify the southern presidency 2027. Adeleke is saying PDP. Eno, PDP, Akwa Ibom. OT, Labour in Abia. He's also saying the same thing. What do you think is driving them? They have seen the need to rise above party loyalty and now defend southern interest, so that because if the south fall into the hands of the north, all of them will be overrun in their land. There won't be anyone staying to do any election because when your land is overrun and they now place Emma of Imo, Emma of Eboyi, Emma of Enugu. This thing cannot happen. Who said it cannot happen? When the defense secretary has confirmed that's what is happening now, that the Fulani killing, displacing Nigeria in their locality. They are foreign Fulani, they are not Nigerian. But who brought those people come to Nigeria? It's not Nigerian Fulani that are hand with them. They are working hand in hand with them. So yes, so this is what. So So is it now important to have someone to rally all the southern political interests on one plot, on one direction, and champion a fight against this domination, against perceived threat of conquest that is standing our face? Mr. Mike, it's real. If the Defense Secretary has confirmed it now, that's the truth. Plateau State Governor said it. Now the Defense Secretary, overall head of Nigerian military, has said so. Then who is somebody that will tell me it's not true? Is it you that doesn't have anything security information? You will tell me it's not true. You are a veteran journalist, and so is. When the Defense Secretary said yes, fallen fool and the one behind all the attacks, displacing people, killing people, occupying their land. They have occupied over more than 8 localities in Plateau State, in Benue State. So what Tinubu is doing by rallying around the southern political, actors is to build a united southern political front to confront the north and call the bluff of those who think that they have the number, of which they don't have the number. It's the foreign flying the brought to swear their land, swear their number.
Thank you so much. Do you subscribe to the support of Soludo on the endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for 2027?
Well, let me greet our reviewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. May the Lord be with you people. The support of Soludo supporting Ahmed Tinubu, yes, is a reality. That was what supposed to do as a governor. So supposed to do that. And let me just tell you, before Soludo come to that, being the governor for Anambra State under Apoga, you know there's a crisis before them, where all of them left on it. Bianca wrote a letter, drop it on the grave of her husband, said that the party is going down. All of them in Anambra is leaving Apoga. Please do something. The day of the election, see the masses voting in. So I don't think that the party have already died. It's not that. And I don't think that Soludo is pulling out from Apoga. But what he's supposed to do as the number one citizen of Anambra is to support Ahmed Tinubu for 2027. But in him, he has said his own mind. What about the people? Only vote cannot make Mr. President win. It is the masses. It is the masses who decide on it. And president have the right to go any state that he wants. Just be like the governors have their own right to visit. If the governors are visiting local government one by one, I think that will make Nigeria politics growing high. As president are visiting states one by one, let the governor start to visit the local government to make a progress on their states.
But what happened to parties like Abga? What happened to Abga?
Apoga assistant.
An Eastern party.
No, I will not call it Eastern party because PDP have already covered that side. PDP, they know Eastern region as PDP nation, not party.
What of the one created by
wait, see, this is that party. That Apoga. That party. They wanted to use it to bring the Easterners together.
Okay.
But they fall out.
Didn't succeed.
Who spoiled it? From Ozuzo Kalu. By that time, Ozuzo Kalu formed his own party. Rogers win under Apoga. But it is a man that introduced him to Ojukwu. That's why Ojukwu endorsed him by that time. But he later betrayed the party from Rogers. So, but any Anambra State can never leave that party. It is their own party. They can't leave it.
All right, let's quickly talk about another one, a fresh wave of defections. It's PDP. What's the fate of PDP in this election we are just talking about?
Mr. Mike, can I tell you what the problem is with PDP? Atiku is the problem with PDP. I'm telling you. Because remember what Okowa said about 2 weeks ago when they defected to APC. Okowa said Atiku was insensitive to the equity, fairness, and justice standards. That he even regretted running with Atiku in 2023 election. You and Atiku, a northerner, a Fulani as well. You want to occupy the presidency again when the last man that just left after his for the north. So again, Okuba said is that it's sensitivity of article because he's so hell bent on winning PDP tickets and running game. That's why it's causing fraction in PDP. That's why you have article fraction in PDP who believes that by every means he must run, and it's a state part. Thinks that if we think Nigeria is a flying nation, it's not a flying nation. Whether article likes or not, 8 years of Southern presidency must be complete. I'm not asking for Tinubu, but yes, I'm not saying Tinubu should continue for
a Southerner.
After all, I mean, I didn't go the way of Tinubu.
So it's a no-go area for the north.
It's no-go area for the north. Let north know that the next 4 years after 27 is more the south, other south east, south, even maybe the southwest who are almost there already. But let 8 years of presidency of the south. No, complete. But article to see the nonsense ambition of want to come and truncate the 8 years tenure of south is a waste of time. That's why article is the problem of PDP. It's selfish ambition of by every means. That's what respect. It's not sensitive to southern interest. Otherwise, how can people come in? They want to cut short 8 years period of south for presidency. That's why I always give my thumb up for UK for leading the onslaught against him. I'm telling you. That's why UK will remain my icon man for leading the struggle against article that this nonsense. We must not allow this to happen. Your civilian just left the place for 8 years. Then you want to come up again. It's the same extraction.
Okay, you are preaching for a southern unity while Tinubu is currently running the Yoruba administration.
If you check the list of appointment, you see all Yoruba that's in the appointment. If you check the list, is it so? All states of ministers, all the ministers we have. That one is this Yoruba or are you telling me all they are all free 100% Yoruba? That's the truth now. So it's not now. There are other tribes occupying other political positions now. That's the other tribes in Nigeria. They are other political positions. So it's not 100% filled. You may tell me maybe Yoruba are a majority. That's I mean not discuss. I'm not disputing with you. They don't tell me they are all Yoruba government.
Maybe key positions.
Yes, and you won't be stupid to put somebody you don't trust in a sensitive position.
So you must put someone that is loyal to you. Of course. Or is article really the problem of PDP? Thank you so much.
Well, let me say reality. Yeah, I took it. That PDP. The time they formed that PDP, I took it was not there. But Olusegun Obasanjo was not there. Because what they did not form, we know how to devalue. I took to pull out from PDP, John ACN. That's number one. Olusegun Obasanjo being the former president of Nigeria, tear the ID card because they're not the people that formed the PDP. They don't know the value. If they read the paper, it's not there. That's why you see all of them moving out. All of them that are moving out from PDP to another party. They are not there where they formed the PDP. If they are there, if they are one that formed that PDP, they will make PDP to stand very well. I will not say people do not put effort of following PDP. You have this inside. But how can you bring it back? Mika is out in one way. OBJ is out in one way. While the founder of PDP is not alive. How can PDP rise up?
All right, thank you so much, Ben Jack. I really appreciate your contribution this morning. All right, Biafra Pastor Okokundem, you're welcome on the program. But before I allow you to speak, let's quickly say happy birthday to Lady G, one of our esteemed viewers on the platform. Lady G, happy birthday to you. We wish you long life, prosperity. May God bless your new age. You can wish her happy birthday too.
Happy birthday to you. More years to live in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
All right, and to Adetunji Adepoju. Yeah, the number to call to get any number from me is 091-2752-0575. Mr. Adepoju, you demanded someone's number. Mr. Femi, please call this number 091-2742-0575, or you just put +23 for that. You're calling outside the country, +234 91 plus 234 91 27 42 05 75 plus 234 91 27 42 05 75. I'll get the number across to you. All right, Okokonele, welcome on the program this morning. I appreciate your presence.
I thank God Almighty who did possible for us to be alive, for all our fans to be alive, both God that love me and God that hate me. I thank God Almighty for his goodness and mercy upon every mankind. But that be praised be magnified in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. What the chapter? What is?
All right, your own take on the visit of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Anambra. What does it show to you?
President
as an Easterner.
President Ahmed Tinubu, the Diaspora of Nigeria, have every right to visit any part of Nigeria because he is the president of Nigeria. He don't visit the southeast or how they call it Fibos or because of any other thing. He visits there because he's a president of Nigeria and Anambra is part of Nigeria. Now, and this time around, the presidency are not doing what they call familiarization tour. You know, before when the president maybe they swear him in, he will do familiarization tour, whether he know that place before or not. And I may say this is part of his professional tour, although it's under political tool. And if you look at the Soludo coming up to welcome him, Soludo writing to welcome him, because Soludo is a governor of Anambra State of Nigeria, and Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. Anambra and Soludo were other Tinubu of Nigeria. So I don't see anything bad, I personally, for Soludo, governor of Anambra State, to come out and welcome him. That's the right thing he's supposed to do. And in other hand, the movement now, all of us know it as a political movement. Whether you speak it out as a campaign or not, it's a campaign. Now, what is Tinubu campaigning for? What is he going for? Unification of the South. But Tinubu himself made a mistake.
What mistake?
In 2015, if you know that unification of the South is okay, you could have unified the South in 2015 election to make sure a certain man continue. Look at it. In 2011, Crumbles made a unification of South, which made Jonathan to be able to win his election direct. And if you watch in that 2011, all political parties vote under their choice of party and their candidate. But coming to presidency, all the whole South vote for Jonathan. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. But now, Crumbles divert and went to alliance with North, which brought Buhari. And now we have seen the seed Buhari have sowed. Now, in 2023, Tinubu still allied with North. And we see what the product is. Now, Tinubu is coming to bring the whole South together because of his political ambition to remain what? To remain the president to compete 2027. But I am not against Tinubu to complete 8 years. I'm in support of Tinubu to be 8 years. But now Tinubu is coming under the guise of come together, let us pursue Fulani people away from our land. Now Tinubu knows that the Fulani are ravaging people. Tinubu knows that Fulani is not good to associate with South, but he first of all draw Southwest to Fulani. See what is happening now. Now I'm not against it, but once said and done, instead of all to perish in the name of political party, let the South come together as a one block for one unity. If Tinubu will do it, if we let, because politicians can tell you something today that they need you. When they get what they want from you, they change. If Tinubu can stand for us to be able to defend the South and the middle belt should be liberated, then let the whole South come together and vote Tinubu in. I support that. But coming in other platform or local government, Senate and governorship, Let it be like 2011. Vote whomever you like, vote the party. But coming to presidency, let the whole South and make the bet vote Tinubu in. Because why I'm saying this, Crumbles is the only person in the South now which I see can be able to rattle with the Fulani block. Understand? PDP cannot do anything. PDP is my brother. We are Igbos. PDP cannot do anything.
Why you did say that? Don't you live in him?
I don't believe PDP. PDP will go down and try to favor North. At the Zik, favor North. PDP will let go to go down to play fairness. This one take this one take that, this one take. We will distribute the seat that will make power to turn back again to Fulani. Not to North, to Fulani.
Just like Jonathan favored the North, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Jonathan don't favor the North, don't favor anybody. Okay. But he play fatherly position.
But even we said Jonathan favored the North. At some point,
Jonathan favored the North by keeping the promise he promised Yaradua. He let his predecessor that he will educate the North. He will build up the North, which he did. This school built everything for them, but the same North to enter under Fulani and destroy the whole schools that he built for them, destroy everything. Now, if and as Tinubu enter, have presented into South, I am advising Tinubu. If Tinubu really, if you watch the political scenario in the South now, South is no man ground. Southeast is not man ground. All the political parties are there. But if Tinubu want to get ground in Southeast, because we have one person now controlling Southeast, not politician, Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is the one man now controlling Southeast, and the IPOP is the owner of Southeast.
all right.
I'm coming. If Tinubu,
Okay. Let's give room for Ever Pastor to speak. I don't know if President Bola Tinubu has gained ground in the Southeast, especially in Anambra as we speak.
My brother,
is ruling Ebonyi and Imo State. But with the look of things, you saw the visit of President Bola Tinubu to that state. There is an indigenous party that controls that state, which is ABGA. Don't you think Soludo's endorsements will weaken the strength of ABGA in that state?
No.
Endorsement of Tinubu?
No. Why did I say no? The reason is this. If ABGA did not have a competent candidate to represent a party in terms of presidential aspect, so it's not today they form ABGA. And as you can see, after the late Ojukwu, I don't think ABGA have been able to bring somebody competent. The only competent which not under ABGA, but under another platform. But he started his political career from ABGA. I mean, in person of Obi. You understand? He's a person that I know that have, from the offspring of ABGA that have come up in terms of politics, presidential aspect of it. No one. You understand? So currently now, if ABGA did not have a candidate as in time of president, then they can adopt anybody. So if they now endorse Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say, I mean the party, I'm not talking about Soludo. Soludo is a person, it's not the owner of the party.
Why is the party not endorsing Obi?
No, listen to what I said. I said Soludo have rights, which he have endorsed Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but has the party on their own endorsed Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because Soludo is a person. Okay. It's not even the chairman and it's not even the founder, neither is it the mouthpiece of the ABGA.
The leader of the party for now.
Excuse me. Even if you are the leader, being the leader or being whatsoever, we know who is who. He will not be the one to tell us who to endorse. Listen to me. This is not West. This is not Yoruba. In our place in the eastern region, we run democracy well. We are the first people to start democracy on earth. History. You understand? So if Soludo endorse Bola Ahmed Tinubu, does not mean that the party endorse Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So saying now that ABGA endorse Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a mistake. They have not endorsed Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But it's only Soludo that endorsed Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Do you understand? And two, his visitation, he have right to visit any state because being the president of the country, that is what he's supposed to have done since. You visit the 36 states of the federation that the country you are ruling. You visit them to know how if at all he have good intention. That is what he's supposed to have done before now. The first time, once you assume office, within the 1 year, you're supposed to visit every state under your control. If you start now, no problem. Maybe, when person wake up from sleep, now that time be your money. Another, I will not take this thing away. I mean, 2027 ambition, I will not take it away from this visit. Do you understand? It is part of the visit on how he can, convince Soludo. This man did it now. He remained a PDP candidate member, but when a campaign and an illegal election for Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Rivers State.
All right.
Why he maintained PDP in governorship.
Quickly go to the comment section and see what our viewers are saying there. Mr. President has already have his own ground, which is the powerhouse, INEC, and the judiciary. He's the owner of this institution. Says Omoregbe Ibinogwa. Aogechukwu was he saying Okowa has no political value if not for rigging. He's gone forever.
Yes.
Chima. Soludo isn't the person to declare Abga's support for a presidential candidate.
Yes.
It is the duty of the BOT, that's Board of Trustees of the party. Soludo is just
a person. Yes.
Obi left Soludo because he has rights to associate with anybody or party he wants.
Of his choice.
Mr. Bola, I love you, says okay, great. All right. God bless you. All right. These issues going on concerning the Northern Governors Forum of insecurity. They had to hold a meeting on. But one of our reviewers said it here that you can't have as governors and defeat insecurity in Nigeria. Is it true?
Of course. Of course, because when you talk of power, the Fulanis are the one in power in your state. And when you talk of security, they are the one that order the security of the state. So you that is just a man, or let me use the word that is general, a common man coming up to challenge, what do you hold to challenge them? What are you standing with? Bible says, what is in your hand? What did you have to challenge them? They have the power, they have the position, they have the money, they have the influence, they have the gun. Do you understand? There are some places that they will not permit you to go, but there we go because they are the one in position. They are the one that rule, they are the one that dictate, they are the one that decide. And they want, oh, you understand me? So they have a license of everything in their position. So to fight them will be difficult for you, except you strategize and they call the God of Almighty for your help. Because the mistake is not the Fulanis that made the mistake. They are wise. It's you that claim to be wiser than them, but unknowingly to you that you are the most foolish person.
Virtually all the northern governors are Fulanis. That's what we learned. And,
yes, it's true.
It will be difficult for the north to defeat these bandits or Boko Haram terrorists with these governors on seat. Is it true?
Yes, that's completely truth. There's no lies in it. The north, when you hear about the north, you hear about Fulani. It's about the Fulani, but they hide under disguise of northern people or Arewa or northern elders forum. That's what they're perpetrating, and they're using the northern indigenous, the real northern indigenous, as a tool to come up. Before, Fulani don't have this monopoly, but they use people in the north, mostly middle belt. When British was in power, when the Nigeria haven't be amalgamized together, when the Fulanis came from Sahel to fight British, they will come and employ Nupe, which is Niger State now, to go and fight them. Do you know how many times Nupe fought Fulani and defeat them? When Fulani defeat Hausas in 1804, the war started in 1800. They defeat Hausa in 1804 and joined themselves and called themselves Hausa Fulani. Now, they are no more answering Hausa Fulani. They come pop and play until they we are Fulanis. Middle bed to TV and others, fought them and win them. Later on, they come back and bought these people, like Tiwa Dajuma, Total Agenda, like to go on, Bisaya, ABB. They bought all of them, and these people ride on Fulani horse to reach where they are today. And now Fulani have done what they want and remove the horse. They hang in the air. That's why they cannot be able, northern governors cannot be able to do anything to stop insurgency in the north. Because the people that employ you have used you and dumped you. Now, the work they want you to do, you have done the work. They came up now and take the finishing work. What the bandits or insurgents are doing in the north is finishing work of Fulani to take over. Automatically, my brother, to take over the entire north, which has almost succeeded. It remains only 5%. They are conquered not already. They are conquered not. It remains 5% of them to succeed. But I'm looking at people like Yaradua. People like Joshua Dogoyaro. People like IBB to come up and defend me to beg their own land, to speak out. You understand what I'm saying? IBB have sold. It is word matters a lot. That is what I think he's doing. I think he's part and parcel of Fulani. And now, if northern elders, northern governors come to stop insurgency, what of the areas that are controlling the rural people? Will the emirs support to stop insurgency? Well, you know that if insurgency stop, they have listen, they have failed. So I'm still saying it. The best bet is the step Tinubu have taken. Let the whole South forget the grievances. And this is what I'm saying. Whether politics or no politics, if Tinubu will stand on reality, if Tinubu will stand on reality, and
yes, after 8 years, there is something I want to say here. See, there is something I want you to know. Based on this Tinubu of 18, politics, Tinubu is playing politics.
I agree with you.
He's a politician. He once supported the South partner. Now he has supported the North, and now he wants his own. Then he decided because the North are kicking against. That's why I now remember the East. That is politics. Do you understand? Why not stand on one side for us to know where you belong? You understand me?
Politicians.
That means they are not worthy of our praise. They are not worthy of our credit. They are not worthy of me, like someone like me, the Biafran evangelist, to stand there to sing their praises. You understand? So let me tell you, it is the hard time. You know, there is something I want you to understand. Whether Tinubu win 2027, another person, excuse me, my brother, or another person coming to take over to Tinubu 2027. All I am saying is, in 2027, let the South continue, whosoever that is there. But let me tell you again, after 4 years, who do you think that is going there?
Fulani.
Not be Fulani. So what are we now vibrating? What are we vibrating? It's Fulani. It's Fulani. 4 years. After the 4 years, what happens? Fulani. That is the reason. That is the fact.
After 2020, after 2031, power is shifting back to North.
To North.
This is what I say. You know about if you come, but if you come don't know politics of Nigeria.
I don't even know if power will shift back to the north
Southeast
in 2027.
or
You're talking about
South.
2031. You're talking about 2031. What if power shifts to the north?
Listen,
In
2031.
No, I disagree. Do you know why power will not shift to the north? Because the same thing played against Atiku. You know, Northern just left the seat. And you being a Northerner,
18 years.
excuse me, you being a Northerner, coming, you know, it appears foolishly. Excuse me, if I am Atiku's advisor, if I am to advise Atiku or being Atiku advisor, the mistake that Atiku made was to come out in 2023 because the Northerner has just left the office. That's Buhari. So there is every tendency. That's why I made the statement I made that in this 2027, the only thing, opportunity, because you see that 8 years, South must complete it.
Okay, South.
And
Southerners.
So far S is there. Excuse me. So far the S is there. We must complete that 8 years. Do you understand? But after the 8 years, who goes there? Now see the north, and that north, who come with the north?
Fulani.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Let's quickly take this guy, please.
I greet you all in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Thank you very much. We can continue.
You were saying something before.
Yes, actually what I'm saying is that, yeah, I chatted you something on serious issue. I want you to please help me send this message to Obasanjo, send this message to Yakubu Gawang, send this message to Governor Jonah Jebedang, send this message to Peter Obi. This is a crucial moment that we need to talk about the matter of this country called Nigeria. Nigeria for so long, it has sink down, and people are now confusing. People do not understand what they are going to do. Now the matter arising is that what is going to be the future of this country? People are contemplating what will be the future of this country. But I have a good news for you people, and this good news has been given to me by the Holy Spirit. We were in the court of heaven. We were discussing what the future of Nigeria is going to be, and what Jesus Christ told me about the future of Nigeria is that Tinubu is not coming back to power. Let him get it in his mind. If you like, let him get all the people continue to going back to APC. They are not going back to power. Jesus Christ himself revealed to me how he has carried a seat of power in his hand. He said the seat now is with me. Jesus Christ said the seat now is with me. And who are they going to give him back this seat? They are trying to say who are they going to give him back? But the voice that echoes is the voice of Peter Obi. So we understand that the voice of Peter Obi is the voice that when they are crying in the north, Peter Obi will go to the north and he will show up. Is that not so? So I am telling you, let Babaja get ready. We are going to build Plateau State. We are going to make it a new Jerusalem. Tell them that Boko around their time is over. We have been playing as a sheep, but now the lion is just talking, he's speaking. Now I am telling all the Fulani, get to the desert land. You will not have any leadership in this country. And tell them that Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. And everybody must know that he is coming back so that he will prepare how his people are going to go with it. We are lovers of peace, we are lovers of freedom, and we want him to go with his Biafra, and we the middle belt, we are going to talk about. That's why Governor David Jang need to really get into this matter. Governor David Jang, they should prepare on how we are going to get the middle belt. We are going to have our own nation. We are not going to be, Nigeria is not one. The Fulani that are forcing us to be one, their lives has come to an end. And every Fulani that has stolen Nigerian money, get prepared to bring those money back. I speak this not by man, but with the authority that has been given to me by Almighty God. Let them bring all that money. Tinubu, all the money you have stolen, we are collecting everything back. You will go back to your square zero. You will go back to your square zero and tell Konkoso, let him get prepared. Let him get prepared because we want to fix this country. Konkoso must get prepared because we are going to fix this country. And you guys must understand that the leadership that is coming now is going to be a leadership of tranquility, a leadership of justice, a leadership that people will say, we have been praying, God, when will you give us this kind of a leadership? But now, oh God, truly you answer prayer. You have given us the leadership that is of tranquility. People will eat rice and affordable. They will not be paying rice with much money. Our fuel will go down. Peter Obi is coming live and tell them, let them prepare everybody to go home. Let the people from the desert to prepare to go back to their home, because right now the lion is us. Say the jungle belongs to us. Tell them that Fulani. Tell them that it is time to get out of the land. A decree has been passed in heaven, and the decree is that we are taking over everything. Tell the Christian in Kaduna that the killing they've been killing the Christian, it is over now. The lion is us now is speaking. Thank you very much. I don't have much to say. That's what I have to say.
All right, thank you so much. Pastor Paul. Pastor Paul on the streets. Pastor Paul, I understand this morning.
Holy Spirit. Thank you, our viewers. I'm Mr. Miracle. Should I continue? We have any on
who said he has drunk action bitters?
No, my
who said
the Holy Spirit is talking. I'll be reacting based on what some people that have come have actually said.
Yeah, that's what I actually want to.
And I see many people have actually talked about southern unification, and I've also talked about the Fulani herdsmen. Fulani this, Fulani that. When we talk about southern unification, what are we actually talking about? These politicians are actually using our brain, because there is nothing like southern unification in the main instance, because a politician dances to the tune based on what he is seeing. Passively, maybe somehow, Tinubu is now seeing that northern votes might not be sufficient for him come 2027 to win election. So he's now rallying up and down to pop up the sentiment of southern unification. This is a man that never cared about southern unification. In 2015, what did he do? He unified with the north to us start a southerner. And what people are talking about Fulani. When did Fulani herdsmen start? Is it not post 2015? Who brought in the Fulani man that they are talking about Fulani? He's the one. Someone that have actually threatened that if he loses election, there will be bloodbath. That someone that have actually talked about that. That have actually taken himself as a religious bigot and a tribal bigot. You rallied with him just because you have a prospect of becoming a president, because you know that once the agreement of Buhari finishing, you are coming in. That's an agreement. That's a way. So he has never been a southern unifier. Him coming to Anambra, fine, is Soludo invited him, but also Soludo also lied, because he said this and the last president that visited was in 2010. No, Buhari also visited Anambra. So Jonathan was not the last to visit Anambra. Buhari visited Anambra. Even when Jonathan visited, Jonathan commissioned series of projects. He commissioned an oil company. He commissioned it was beyond the brewery, the brewery. So he commissioned up to 5 projects or 6. So someone coming up and twisting, I think I just see it as a political gimmick to prop up. Everybody's talking about Obi. Is it only Obi that contested 2023? He's not the only man, but they have already seen this man as a formidable force come 2027 to defeat, and they are now trying to bring up the sentiment of the South to squash. Normally, when Buhari contested first time, he got less than 5% in the Southeast. The second time, he had more votes. It's natural. As a second timer, you are likely to get more votes in the South in your second time. So I don't see that improving beyond his normal way. Come 2027, he will add up to his numbers in the South as general, but he will have a diminished number in the North. That is certain. Even Buhari had a diminished number in the second time in the North. It's just that he had much number to cover up. So that is natural. That is what data speaks. What data speaks. We are talking about the reality now. The reality is that well, let me now talk about the Fulani this thing. People mention Fulani governors are blaming Fulani governors. You can actually quite blame governors on a general note. But is it Fulani? Is Benue State governed by a Fulani man? Is Enugu State governed by a Fulani man? When we talk about insecurity, it's holistic. Don't just narrow it down. It's holistic. We have the president who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces to protect the land. What is he doing in respect of this? What is the president doing? The president is not a Fulani man. No. If the president is Buhari now, they could have started blaming Buhari because Buhari is the president. The president is a Southerner. What is he doing in respect of this? What is he doing? So if this is the president that they are saying they are defending to clamor for the South, what is he doing to protect the South? What is he even doing to protect the Southwest? They did the other time we heard of Osun State case. We heard of Oyo case. What is he doing? He's not doing anything in respect of security. I agree with other speakers regarding of the South completing their 8 years. Is Tinubu only the Southerner? We have people. We have. Let me not even talk about Obisef. Let me even tell you. We have Showure. We have other contestants in the South. So must we vote? After we complain a lot, I think Nigerians somehow deserve a hard leader. Somehow, because they don't deserve a compassionate leader. Okovedon was talking about us. Obi is soft. Compassionate, is it weakness? Is empathy weakness? No. Empathy is a characteristic of a leader. Being compassionate is a characteristic of a leader. It's not when a leader poses like Adolf Hitler that you now know that he's a leader. No. We need someone that is compassionate. We need someone that obeys the tenets of democracy, that obeys the principles of separation of power. It's not someone that will override separation of power and come.
Does Obi have those qualities you just mentioned?
Yeah, he has it. All eyes on Obi now. Because I listened to all our brothers, and even that last man, another man that just spoke. I didn't enjoy. I feel it. The Holy Spirit feel me, and what he's saying is the truth. One, Tinubu going to Southeast, Seludo, and doesn't he? There's nothing wrong. But let me tell you, when the election come, if we be content, there's no way Southeast will vote for Tinubu. Simple.
You also
there's no way. South, even I told people, no, we are not. Baba should go arrest. Baba, I beg, Baba, go rest. Yeah, please go rest. We have been hearing series of Fulani. They are just deceiving with Fulani. The National Security Advisor, who is this? Fulani's chairman of APC, who is Fulani Gandoje.
Stand.